Good people, I'm John.
I'm Brittany.
And this is the Marriages for Grown Folks YouTube platform.
Yes.
If something that we say resonates with you, we're going to laugh. I'm probably going to cuss. We're going to give you some relationship wisdom, some pitfalls, some failures that we have had.
We're going to share our story.
Our story, a little bit of theology.
Yeah.
But we promise to keep it real, authentic, and a little bit explicit at times. But we say for every episode that marriage is for grown folks. And if something that we have said or will say resonates with you, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, put us in your group chat. And
share
it. Yeah. After every episode, we always leave it telling you that marriage
is for grown folks.
Grown folks talk. Your relationship is not going to survive if there is a low emotional intelligence on both parties. Chances get less slim if it's one person. But if both people have a low emotional intelligence,
it's going to self-destruct.
It's going to be some slow singing and some flower bringing.
True.
So I'm going to read this definition of emotional intelligence. And we're talking about emotional intelligence from the aspect of your route. What happened to you? What happened to your emotional intelligence? What has negatively affected your emotional intelligence? Because that determines the quality of the relationship. If emotional intelligence is low, the quality of the relationship is probably going to be low.
This is true.
Last point, I'm going to read this definition. Just because something has been in existence for double-digit years doesn't mean it's quality, doesn't mean the joy meter is high, doesn't mean we both enjoy each other's company. Partners, if your significant other refers to you as my old lady or my old man, you know, that used to be a term of endearment.
Was it though?
I don't know. That's kind of sound like somebody I'm tolerating. It's just, you know, him at home, her at home. Yeah. Like, you know, my old lady.
What always comes to brain is, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm like, oh, Lord.
It's a real. So listen, this is the definition. We found one definition for emotional intelligence. I'm going to have you read these bullets. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the ability to identify, understand, manage, and use emotions positively to communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. It involves balancing personal emotions with social awareness to navigate interactions successfully.
Come on now.
If this is high, the probability of the joy meter being high in the relationship is high.
Yeah.
If the emotional intelligence of one or both parties or three parties is low, the probability of the joy meter, of the conflict resolution, of the health of the relationship is going to be low. Now, just because we're together don't mean that we want to be, doesn't mean that we happy. I think Mary J. Blige just decreed and declared, I just want to be happy. Oh, okay, hit us with the points and then we're going to kick you off.
The ability to recognize emotions, communicate them honestly, regulate reaction, and handle another person's emotion with care. Yeah.
I think that we're going to deal with some of the things that possibly could have happened to us to bring, or that negatively affect, impact emotional intelligence. I think it's so important. And we didn't know this. We didn't know this when we initially got together, what emotional intelligence was.
Absolutely.
And a lot of us, I know, because we got married young, you look good. I looked good.
Yeah, you do.
And
it's the side eye.
You know, we were just going through the motions, not understanding the depth of where we've been and how our history
would affect the relationship.
And had already impacted us.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cut you loose. So go to
cut me loose.
Go to your first one.
Why? Okay.
You want to do mine first? I didn't done enough
Yeah.
talking. Let me give my chops a break.
Oh my God. Okay. Survival mode living. We're talking about emotional intelligence. So, somebody who has been under constant stress, instability, poverty, trauma, or chaos can train people to survive instead of emotionally processing. I'm going to say that again. Survival mode living. If you lived under constant stress, instability, poverty, trauma, or chaos, it can train you to survive instead of emotionally processing. That was definitely true for me.
Okay, which one stuck out to you?
Mm,
And we're talking about things that negatively
right.
impact an individual's emotional
Right.
intelligence.
I would probably say the instability and the poverty.
Okay, give us an example of how those can cause a person to show up in the relationship.
I mean, I feel like it delayed my emotional intelligence, number one, because I moved to so many states. So I moved from Oklahoma to Texas, from Texas to California, from California to South Carolina, from South Carolina to Kansas. And all of those happened in my formative years. So when I should have been learning how to build relationships with people, I was constantly being ripped from the people that I was learning to build those relationships with. And back then, there wasn't, oh, well, you can just pick up the phone and call. We didn't have cell phones like that. Long distance phone calls were expensive. So that was not going to be a viable thing either. And then writing letters, it was one of those things that somebody had to like do it for you, take it to the post office, all of those things. So I just kind of learned how to survive in a lot of isolation. And I also learned really young, like, not to fully commit myself to relationships because they're not going to be lasting.
Okay, I got one more for you. Part B.
Yes.
This is if this
Part
was a
B.
tape, that would be side A.
Mhm.
You gotta take that tape out and flip it up. This is side B or record.
Okay.
or um, give us an example of how that negatively impacted our relationship early on.
Okay, well, let me also give this information. So, survival often teaches people numbness and hypervigilance and emotional shutdown. So, I think all of those things were present in the inception of our relationship because literally, like, I knew how to just check out. I could definitely be hypervigilant. And just for the audience to know, the definition of hypervigilance is an enhanced chronic state of sensory sensitivity and heightened alertness when an individual constantly scans their environment for potential dangers or threats. So, what I would also like to add to that, I think in hypervigilance, sometimes you can label something as a threat that really may not be a threat.
Yeah.
So, all of those things were at work in the inception of our relationship because those were the things that I learned. Like, I knew how to be present in a room but not be present in a room.
Yeah.
I knew like how to just shut down what I was personally feeling and just kind of like keep moving.
Yeah.
But it wasn't helpful to the relationship because it gave him the impression that everything was all right and things really weren't all right. So then when it came up, he like, "What are you talking about?
You just said
You was just smiling. You was just." I'm like, "Yeah, but that don't mean I'm okay. I just, I know how to keep moving." So that was very confusing
burn me up.
for him in the relationship and very frustrating because he like, "What? We was just at the house and I thought we was all right. Now we in this marriage counseling session and you saying you got a laundry list of
You
things
bringing
that
up
you
old
want
stuff.
corrected." I don't want to keep coming to marriage counseling. That's the problem. But really it was just like, well, out of sight, out of mind because I had just learned how to survive.
Ooh, I could really let out.
Go ahead.
Nah, but that was a real season. Pause for. First of all, we need to air that out because you just said a lot. I think it's good, and because of where our world is now, we'll just speak from the West. That's the only place we lived.
Right.
As this economy does what it does, as the political climate does what it's doing,
Yeah.
all of the hardships that people are dealing with,
Right.
the mental is really under attack. And we're going to feel the ripple effect of what's happening in our country now
Absolutely.
for years to come.
Absolutely.
And so the survival mode living that we have, some of us have been raised under, it's very well possible that that trauma, if healing has not been received in those
Ooh.
areas, can resurface during times of hardship.
That's right.
So I think that what you said deserves to be aired out because it's a real pain point in a lot of individuals
Yeah.
and comes up in our relationships that freezes growth,
Exactly.
that stops progression
I love that.
and gets us stuck.
Mhm.
Get your tires stuck in the mud. So let me say this. This is my point. Therapy. We are high advocates.
Yeah, we advocate for therapy. Please go.
For therapy. Good therapy.
Yes.
All of these points have been brought up in our own personal therapy sessions.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And we would have been further along had we have had the information
Sooner.
sooner.
Absolutely.